Alright, hey friends, this is Joe McCamey, and I'm making this special video today because I want you to succeed. I want you to have all that you want as it relates to your health and your weight loss and your goals along those lines. Now, what am I doing to help you do that? Well, let me first begin by telling you a little story. And the little story that I want to tell you about is something that's happened in my life recently. If you've participated in this session of Loose to Win, you've heard me tell this story, so it may be a little bit redundant for you, but, and I'm going to condense it down some as well. So this past fall, I decided that this spring that I wanted, as far as some of my health and fitness goals, I wanted to participate in a couple of triathlons, right? And so I thought, okay, I'm going to do this. I went out, I bought a bike, I bought a used one, and I kind of created a training plan on how to get ready for the events that I wanted to do. And come January, it was time. If you're familiar with triathlons, you do a swim, then you do a bike, and then you do a run. All right? And depending on which ones you do, they're different lengths. Okay? So I decided that's what I wanted to do. And so I started riding my bike some this fall. Of course, as many of you know, I've been into running. You've seen me running around town, that kind of thing, for a while. And so neither of those two things were real scary to me or anything like that. So anyway, then came January. And January, it was time to get into the pool, right? It was time to say, okay, I've got to do this swimming thing. And of course, I grew up going to the lake, and that's actually what my family vacations were. Most of them, we would go tent camp at the lake, and that's what we did for fun. And so swimming, I've always known how to swim, and so I thought this would be no big deal. Wrong. When you go to swim for exercise or for sport, it's totally different than just keeping yourself alive in the water while you put some water skis on or something like that. Okay, so I learned that real fast. And as a matter of fact, I did my first session in the pool. I went home that night, and I was literally in pain. I knew something had to give. Something had to change. So what did I do? I didn't just go try to figure it out on my own, right? I didn't just say, you know what, I'll watch a couple of YouTube videos. Because, see, I'd already watched some YouTube videos coming in. I said, you know what, I've got to figure this thing out. But obviously, I can't do it on my own. So I contacted a few of my friends that I know that have done triathlons in the past. And I said, I'm struggling. I'm struggling with my swim. I don't know how to do it, right? I can't do it on my own. And so at that moment, they said, here's the guy you need to talk to. So I went and talked to this guy. He gets me started. And, I went to a couple of his classes. He helped me with the breathing. He helped me with my stroke. And then I kind of wanted to go next level. So then I went and I sought out a coach that is specific to the type of events that I want to do. So I videoed myself swimming. I sent those videos to him. He marks them up and sends them back to me and tells me kind of what I need to work on and how I need to work on it. And it's really, really cool. But I say all that to say, first of all, I was very humbled, right? Because I had to admit that I needed help. And here's the thing. When it comes to your health, your fitness, your weight loss, if it's something you've struggled with, don't be afraid to say, I need help. Don't be afraid to say, I need to be accountable to somebody else. Because, hey, that's the only way we improve is if we look at our weaknesses and we figure out a solution, right? And so for many of us, a part of our, some of our weakness is overeating and not keeping ourselves disciplined when it relates to health and fitness and those kinds of things. So my encouragement to you is to find a way to be accountable, right? Find a way to be accountable to something, someone, some group, somewhere. Now, I want, since you are either a current Lose to Winner or a former Lose to Winner, I want to encourage you to allow us to continue on this journey with you, to allow us to hold you accountable. We want you to be accountable to us, right? And we want to help you on your goals. Now, let me talk to you about how we're going to do that. And I'm just going to go through the details real fast. I want you to, and again, I said this last night at our meeting if you were there, or maybe you didn't get to participate in this session, or maybe you didn't think you needed it this session. And now maybe you know I need some accountability, right? So anyway, I said this last night at our session. I hope you'll join us. I hope you'll give us the honor of allowing us to be on the journey with you. But if you don't, find something. Find someone. Find something to be accountable to on this journey. Here's the thing. So many people say, oh, I've just got to figure it out on my own. I just have one question for you. How's that been going? How's that been working for you? Okay, so that was 2 questions. But seriously, how's that been working for you? Is that really happening? Okay? Here's the thing. When we have struggles in life, we need each other. We need to be accountable to each other. So I hope that you'll be accountable to someone sometime, somewhere. And here's what we have to offer you. Okay? So let me switch over to it. Here's what we have to offer you. So be accountable. Here is our accountability program for this year. We're going to have weekly weigh-ins, all right? And our weekly weigh-ins are going to be on Tuesdays from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. and then again from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. We're going to start that on April the 2nd. These weigh-ins are not required. They are there for your personal accountability. I'll show you in a minute, though, why it would be important for you to show up at least the first and the last weigh-in of each month. Okay, so this is basically a month-to-month program, basically going from the first Tuesday to the last Tuesday of each month. All right? So next, we'll have some periodic video meetings and similar topics that we cover at Lose to Win. So just some things that help you. I may share a video with you that somebody else has done. I may share a podcast with you. I may do a video. I'm just going to try to keep you having resources that I believe are going to help you along the journey. Okay? We'll have periodic group activities. Over the course of this next 6 or 7 months, we'll maybe do 4 or 5 things together where we might get together at the park and walk. We might do a 5K together. Last year we did a fundraiser together for the oh gosh, I can't believe it just left me. They do the cancer research. Anyway, so we've done that together before. Who knows what all we might do together? We might take a cooking class together. I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff out there. But we'll do some things together throughout the course of the rest of the year. We'll have a Facebook support group so we can get in there, encourage each other, laugh with each other, and just share good stuff with each other. You'll also receive a 10% discount on the protein bars and those kinds of things that we have that are kind of healthy snacks that help you along your journey. We have those here at the pharmacy. You'll get a 10% discount on those. We'll have weekly leaderboards. I know some of you love recognition, and so we want to make sure that we recognize you each week. And we'll have points tracking opportunities. Now, this is not required either, but we do have some prizes as it relates to the points. So just want you to know that that's there for you. And what's interesting is what we find is that people who track their points tend to be more successful. In the past, we've tried accountability programs without points tracking, and people have actually asked, I need those points. There's something about logging in and getting those points. Let you in on a little secret. It's not about the points. It's about the accountability that the points represent. All right? So, again, you need accountability. All right. So, here's the way the points will work. You'll get points for journaling your food each day. You get points for showing up to these weigh-ins. So I said it was important to show up to the weigh-ins. If you want to compete for prizes, you're going to have to show up to some weigh-ins, okay? Again, they're there for you. They're not required. You get points for drinking your water. You get points for doing exercise, okay? Max of 30 minutes per day to get those points. Now, do you have to do those things? No, you don't have to do any of them, but they're there for you to get your accountability, all right? So here are some things. We'll have some monthly prizes. We'll have our top point earner, all right? And the top point earner can't win in back-to-back months. So that's one of the reasons you'll want to show up to the weigh-ins. One of the reasons why you want to track things, because you're going to get a prize. Now, we're not giving away the world, right? But there'll be a small prize with some recognition attached to it, and you'll get that. We'll also have a male and female, as long as we have enough, men and women both join. We'll have a top female and a top male percentage loser. Like if we have one guy sign up, then we'll have to rethink how we do that. But we'll have the top percentage losers, again, not giving away the world, but a little prize each month for the top male and female percentage loser. And we'll also have a drawing for a little prize in recognition for everyone that at least maintains their weight each month. Okay? So again, just trying to get in that healthy habit of making sure we at least don't gain back what we've already lost. All right? So, here's how it works as far as your investment. We have different ways to pay. Remember, keep this concept in mind. It's a month-to-month program. Okay? So, you can do it a few different ways. Month-to-month, you can just pay $35 a month, and it's just month-to-month, and you can stop anytime. No big deal. You can just do the first month and say, I don't want to do it again, and we won't charge you again. Okay? So you've got that option. Option number 2, you say, okay, I've gotten this year started well. I want to at least make it to summertime, and I want to do April and May. So that option is $60. So obviously, you're seeing you get a little discount. Or you can commit to the length of the program. We're going to run this program April through October. You can commit to all 7 months for $139. It's by far the best value, okay? But that's a one-time lump sum payment, okay? Or you can commit to all 7 months, but you say, I really can't do the $139 up front. No big deal. You say, I'm committed. I'm doing it all 7 months, Joe. We're still going to give you a pretty big discount, but because of extra processing fees and that kind of thing, it is a little more expensive, okay? So you're committing to all 7 months, but you're going to pay month to month. That's just $25 a month. So what's the difference between the first month to month and the last month to month? The first month to month, quit anytime. The last month to month, you've committed all 7 months. So I highly encourage you to do one of the last 2 options right there. Just saying, it's important to be accountable, okay? And so when you put that commitment out there, you're more likely to follow through on it. All right. So you also have the option to say, you know what, Joe, $139, that's all fine and good. I'll pay that to do the program, or $35 a month, or $25 a month, or whatever. But I know that once I pay that money and it's out of my bank account, maybe a month down the road, or 6 weeks down the road, or 8 weeks down the road, that money's gone. I don't miss it anymore. What else is there to hold me accountable? Your little videos don't do it for me. Leaderboards don't do it for me. What is there for me, right? And so here's what's for you. If you invest some more money, it'll hold you more accountable. So you can we're kind of like an escrow service, all right? You can go ahead and pay us an extra amount. You decide that amount. It could be $5. It could be $500. We'll hold that money. If you do not at least maintain your weight, you don't get the money back. But if you do maintain your weight, at least maintain, you'll get 100% of it back. So what do you say? What do you do with the money that if you keep it? Okay, what do we do with the money if you don't at least maintain your weight? All right, we use that money to then reinvest back into the program. All right, so that's the way that works. All right, so if you participate all 7 months and at least maintain your weight, earn a minimum number of points, which I'll announce, you'll earn a very special limited edition t-shirt. Okay, it'll be the only way that you can get this particular t-shirt. Okay, so for some of you, you're going, I'm not sure if I'm going to do this, but then I offer the t-shirt and you're like, I'm in, I need the t-shirt. Okay, so let's talk about the deadlines for the program. For a multi-month commitment, you need to be registered and committed by March the 22nd. That is at the end of next week. That's next Friday. Okay, just want to make sure my date was right there. I screw dates up all the time. All right? For the monthly program, if you just want to go month to month, maybe you skip out on March or you skip out on April and you go, oh snap, I need accountability. You can join back up in the month-to-month program by the end of April, say. All right? So that's the way that works. All right, so that is our accountability program. I'll go back to this slide for a second. Again, join us, do something else, whatever you do, hold yourself accountable. Last night, we had 2 guest speakers at our final Lose to Win meeting. Both speakers specifically talked about being involved in an accountability group that they had to. So one participates in our group and one does not, but both have been very successful. See, I'm equal opportunity, right? So here's the thing, but they both were involved in a program that, like with our program, you have to get on the scale in front of somebody. With the program that Shane was talking about, he has to get on a scale and share his weight with a group. Okay? So, both of them have to share their weight with another human being that will hold them accountable and ask them, hey, what's up? What's going on? Why are you not losing weight? Why are you not maintaining your weight? And most of the time we know why. We just need somebody to ask that question. So here's the thing. I know that we need accountability. The 2 people I had on stage last night, they said, we have to have accountability. You have to have something. Here's the option that we have to offer you. I hope you'll join us. You'll see that I've got a link below that you can click on that takes you to the registration page. Real quick, the way that's going to work, you'll register, then you'll receive an email. There'll be no place for you to pay on the registration page. You'll receive an email, and it has different links to PayPal for you to pay. Okay? Now, there'll be 4 different links. Actually, there'll be 5 different links in there. One for the month to month, one for the April and May, one for the April October, one for the commitment for the whole thing, but month to month, and then one to invest more and extra accountability. You just click on whichever one makes sense for you. Go ahead and get paid, get it taken care of, knock it out, make it happen. If you have questions, let me know. I hope we can help you with your goals. Actually, I know we can help you with your goals. I absolutely know we can help you meet your goals, but I hope you'll give us that opportunity. With that, you guys have a great evening. I look forward to seeing you soon.